Introduce high-intensity pressing and improve defensive shape with this principles of play defensive session. To warm up, players complete dynamic exercises around a boxed area before the coach introduces a ball. Players must move the balls around within their teams before they are removed, and they must compete to hold possession of the ball. Next, the session moved to a skill-based passing exercise. Play starts in the right-hand gate, with player for completing a bounce pass with the central player as they move around the cones. After the second cone, a long ball is played to the waiting player to control within the box and play out to the end gate. The drill then repeats down the opposite side so players can work both feet and different movements. To progress this exercise, players complete the bounce pass, but on receipt of the ball must control it around the cone nearest to them. Then play the return pass. This forces players to think about their first touch and control of the ball more. These passing patterns should be slick and work players up to completing the exercise in 1 or 2 touches at the most. The coach should introduce intensity and passing techniques. This exercise should get players passing in a good place before progressing to the next exercise. Next up, the coach uses the box from the warm-up and sets out to smaller boxes either side. The first two players press into the large box as all 3 boxes are passing the ball around. Once the ball is won, player 1 quickly races to the left box and player 2 to the right box, and players 3 and 4 enter the big box. Once the ball is won, players return to the start and wait for players 3 and 4 to progress to the smaller boxes before triggering their next press. Players should complete 3 or 4 rounds of this high-intensity pressing exercise before rotating with players from inside the passing box. Lastly, the team compete in a 4 versus 4 plus 3 rondo. The red and green teams begin working together and must hold possession of the ball. Meanwhile, the blue team must defend and try to intercept the ball whilst maintaining their defensive shape. The blue team should consider not getting too focused on the ball and should demonstrate good scanning to understand the players they are covering to adjust their position. As soon as the blue team win the ball, they must swap places with the 4 red players and continue to flow of play. The red team immediately adopt their compact defensive shape and begin trying to win the ball. The green team should be made up of a holding midfielder centrally to act as a pivot and to wide players on either end. Give this full session a try during your next training session and check out the full session plan on thefootballhub.org.